Super Bowl 51 in Houston will go down as one of the most exciting games in sports history. Patriots win it 34-28, the first overtime game in Super Bowl history. And this year, a lot of the Super Bowl ads got political, although a few companies came out and said that that really wasn't their intent. Scott Battishill from Curator is here this morning talking about which ads won big. And it was kind of a challenging year in some regards because of the climate in the United States right now. And some of these advertisers were kind of trying to toe that line, it seemed.
To be sure, as marketers, we're constantly sort of gauging context. What does the audience care about? What are they talking about in their homes? And in a typical year, those audiences are going to be talking about different things all over. So the spots are going to be very varied and kind of all over the place. This year, they were centered around one context, and that's the political environment. And they sort of had to figure out, do they want to deal with it? Do they want to go a different direction? So we're going to take a look at some spots. One today that I thought was fantastic and fun and kind of went the traditional Super Bowl route. And then some that sort of dealt with the context of the environment in a sort of a head-on fashion.
All right, so in the fun category, here's one for Mr. Clean.
Sarah? Clean enough?
Every lady in the room went crazy over that one.
Well, the funny thing about that spot is, like I said, it was fun, it was irreverent, but it had a really fantastic sort of insight. And as somebody who's been married for 23 years, I can tell you, my wife finds me no more attractive than when I'm cleaning.
Right.
So it was a fun spot. It was really good.
Absolutely. Let's look at another one.
America. You're not wanted here. Go back home.
Yeah, so this was the immigration theme that played in several of the ads.
It was a really, this was a very provocative, really good shot, beautifully shot. It came out on Tuesday of last week online, right on the heels of the immigration ban executive order, and so it caught a lot of attention in that regard. They talk about, the creatives behind the ad talk about the fact that it's really centered on the American dream. It's a really good spot, and at the end of the day, it's extremely talked about, and that's what it's all about.
You really like this one from Audi, though.
Tell her that despite her education, her drive, her skills, her intelligence, she will automatically be valued as less than every man she ever meets.
This was a fantastic spot. It was again another really provocative spot. They dealt with a really sensitive issue, one that everyone should care about, but in particular, they recognize that their audience really cares about it. They got a lot of pushback online, but they got pushback from people who probably aren't visiting Audi dealerships, right? So it was a really smart, very well done spot.
If there was one that sparked a lot of controversy, it might have been this one.
Seis, por favor.
What are folks saying about this one, Scott?
This was a really, perhaps the most sort of controversial and provocative of all of them. It followed this family that was sort of working their way across the border, and it's by an advertiser called 84 Lumber, a first-time advertiser in the space, and they had they wanted to tell a really prescriptive story about the fact that they're expanding and hiring, and they used this as a way to kind of show the grit and the fortitude of the kind of people they're looking to hire. Really well done spot. It was very controversial, though. The original spot included footage of the proposed border wall, and so Fox didn't allow them to put it on. So they showed 90 seconds of the spot during the Super Bowl and then pointed people back to their website to see the rest. And so much traffic went to it, the website crashed, came back on. Really controversial, really well done.
A sign of the times, some of the companies that were involved in Super Bowl advertising didn't actually advertise during the Super Bowl.
That's right. The Heinz spot, if you recall last year, we talked about the wiener dogs going after the condiments as one of the best ones. Remember that? This year, they didn't buy any time on the Super Bowl, saved them a ton of money, did a fantastic online campaign where they sort of lobbied to get Monday after the Super Bowl pronounced as a national holiday.
Heinz Super Bowl Monday, right.
Schmonday.
Schmonday.
And it's, so far they have, I think, 60 some odd thousand signatures, and if they get to 100, they're going to get it in front of Congress. So a fun way to get attention without having to spend all the money.
No, it's great. I love that idea. And look what happened. Most of us ended up with a snow day. Scott Battishill, thank you so much. Great to have you.